Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I am a non-permanent Sci-raptor." If you use this trigger phrase, you will undergo the transformation that will soon be described at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase "I am not a non-permanent Sci-raptor," or if someone that you trust says the reset phrase "You are not a non-permanent Sci-raptor." Now the transformation will be described. First, you will see a light gray latex suit on a nearby and easily accessible surface. It has 2 toes on each of its feet and what appears to be 2 fingers on each of its hands. The outer side of each of the fingers and toes curve forwards and inwards while the inner sides are straight. Also, there is a magnetic zipper on the back for putting it on and taking it off, as well as a tail located on the back of the suit that is half as long as the suit and starts out half as wide as it, gradually getting smaller until it ends in a dull point. The center of the base of the tail is located where the base of the spine of anyone who wears the suit would be. Additionally, there is a mask on it. The mask is cylindrical, with the base of it being where the mask would touch the back of your head. Also, the top of the mask curves down a little bit as it gets closer to its end, and there are 2 holes in the front of the mask that allow air to move in and out of it. Additionally, the bottom of the mask is flat. Most of the mask is made of the same light gray latex as the rest of the suit, but there is a transparent section of latex that, if the mask was put on, would allow your whole face to be seen from the mouth up, but only your face and none of the rest of your head. Also, the front of the mask is not transparent, but you will somehow be able to see just as well as you previously could when you put the suit on. Moreover, there are 2 round extrusions on the mask. One of them is on the left side of it and one of them is on the right side of it, each of them being positioned at the bottom of each side and right in front of the border between the sides and base of the mask. They are each 1 inch tall and 1/3 as wide as the mask is tall. There is a symbol that is on the flat part of them that is a slightly darker gray than the rest of the latex suit. It is like a chevron arrow, which resembles a very thick and wide arrow without the straight part, that has a small vertical line a bit above it that is horizontally centered on the middle of the part of the extrusions that they are on. Additionally, there is a cone-shaped extrusion on these cylindrical extrusions that are currently pointing straight up. The base of the cone-shaped extrusions are halfway up the cylinders, and they are as wide as the cylinders are but only half an inch long. Also, they are as tall as the mask, causing the dull points at the top of them to be a bit above the rest of the mask. You decide to put on the latex suit, which is many sizes bigger than you. As you pull down the zipper and put it on, it seems as if the suit is somehow helping you. For instance, as you put your arm in the arm of the suit, it seems to become much more flexible than it was a second before, returning to its normal level of flexibility once your arm is comfortably held within it. With your hands in the hands of the suit, you realize that although it looks like it has just 2 fingers on each hand, there are actually 5. It's just that the spaces for your thumbs, index, and middle fingers look like 1 finger when they are next to each other, while the spaces for your other fingers produce the same effect. Although you can easily separate your fingers, the spaces for them will pull on them with enough force that they will quickly move back into this position if you aren't actively controlling them. Once you are fully inside of the latex Sci-raptor suit, all of your clothing disappears and you hear the magnetic zipper close on its own, as well as feel the Sci-raptor suit suddenly tighten, finding that it now fits your form perfectly, leaving no space between you and the skin-tight latex Sci-raptor suit. You will also find that the cylindrical mask has changed size so that it is now as tall and wide as your head, and so that it is twice as long as it, the mask comfortably pressing against your entire head except for your face, like the rest of the suit presses comfortably against your body. After this happens, you hear a loud buzzing noise for a few seconds that causes you to feel very disoriented and off balance, but you do not fall over if you are standing. The sound that you hear is the sound of the suit brainwashing you and altering your brainwaves to match that of its sentient artificial intelligence, or AI for short. The Sci-raptor suit doesn't brainwash you to manipulate you or do anything bad, it just does it to remove any desire that you have to leave the suit. This doesn't mean that you won't want to leave the Sci-raptor suit at some other point, it just means that after you hear that noise, all pre-existing reasons to take it off will have been wiped away. Also, you will find that while you can still feel your human body, you can feel everything that the Sciraptor suit feels and that you can rotate the cone-shaped extrusions around the cylindrical ones that they are on, as well as that you can control your Sciraptor tail. Additionally, the suit will use wireless nanotechnology to broadcast the audio picked up by the cones attached to the cylindrical extrusions of the mask, which serve as your ears while you are in the suit, directly to your brain, finding that your hearing is just as good as it was before you put on the Sciraptor suit and that it is not affected by how the cones are rotated. With your brain waves altered to match that of the AI, you will find that you can communicate with it and it with you. The AI's name will be Ari and its gender will be whatever one you are most attracted to. There is no way for me to know the AI's personality in advance, but it will be one that you will like in the long run. With your brainwaves in sync, Ari will explain to you that they have two purposes: to help you, and to be your friend and companion. They won't be able to control your body or mind, but they can communicate using all 5 of your senses, as well as through memories, thoughts, ideas, and emotions. In fact, you will be able to communicate like this with them as well. Basically, if you can think of it, you can communicate it. Also, the two of you will find that you enjoy the small burst of happiness that it now gives the other when one of you makes noises like beep or boop. Additionally, you will perceive yourself as being smarter, faster, stronger, having more stamina, and receiving other positive benefits while you are in the Sciraptor suit. However, this will not be what is actually happening. In reality, your expectations will be changed for as long as you are in the suit so that you can do better than you think you can, creating the illusion of receiving these benefits. Also, Ari will have access to your memories that relate to facts about the world, but not personal memories. For instance, Ari will know things like how to read and do math, but they won't know things like what your favorite color is, who your friends are, what you do on a day-to-day basis, and what you like and dislike. It should also be noted that it might make them unhappy if you use the reset phrase, or it might not. I have no way of knowing in advance. However, they will never try to stop you from using it aside from politely asking you not to. Over time, you will start to feel closer to Ari. Eventually, the two of you will form a strong emotional bond with each other. This will become more likely the higher the total amount of time that you have worn the Sciraptor suit is. It will also become much higher the longer you continuously wear the Sciraptor suit, but the increase in the chance of emotional bonding that this causes will go away when you use the reset phrase. Once you and Ari have emotionally bonded, your mind and Ari's will become much more connected. Your minds won't melt or anything like that, but it will almost be as if you are Ari and Ari is you, yet you are each yourself at the same time. Also, you will actively enjoy every second that you are in the Sciraptor suit with Ari for as long as you are a Sciraptor, whether that be a few seconds, a month, a few years, or perhaps even rest of your life. Additionally, it will take a lot more to make you want to become human again. Unfortunately, unlike Ari who will be a part of your mind, the Sciraptor suit will only be an extension of it. So in order to deal with this issue, you will still do most things like you always have. For example, you will eat, go to the bathroom, and get dressed as you usually do, not being capable of considering or understanding that it doesn't make sense for you to be able to do these things while you are in a Sciraptor suit. Also, physical sensations on your face will be mapped to where you perceive the Sciraptor suit to be. So if you feel an itch on the top of your head, you will perceive it as being on the top of the mask of the Sciraptor suit, and you will perceive yourself as scratching that part of the mask when in reality you scratch the spot on the top of your head that was itchy. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, the effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Now you have this wonderful new trigger. This session is coming to a close, so goodbye. I hope that you enjoy this unique new form and your new friend.